All right, everyone, we apologize for the technical difficulties as we see Collinwood rolling in for a touchdown. DeMarcus Montgomery scores a touchdown for Collinwood from DeMarjay Goggins to Thomas Ware. So now we see Collinwood and the passing attack getting better as the quarter rolls in the second quarter. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but we are going to keep rolling with it. As Collinwood has just scored another touchdown, which puts the score at currently 22-0 in favor of the Railroaders. Collinwood looking to go for two. Goggins drops back. He looks to pass. He hits the sideline. And he actually gets in for the two-point conversion.
11:06 remaining in the second quarter. Collinwood 24, Rico at 0.
Collinwood has went for the two-point conversion 3 times this game, and every time they've successfully got the two-point conversion.
DeMarcus Goggins runs in for the two-point conversion.
Yeah, which is interesting. So Collinwood is 3 for 3. It puts the score at 24-0 in favor of the Railroaders.
Deep for Lincoln West, number 2, Peter Leslie, and number 7, Adrian Gonzalez. Morales. Kicking off for Collinwood, number 8, DeMarcus Goggins.
Goggins again kicking off for the Railroaders. And wonder what Coach Bates will tell the team at halftime for the Wolverines.
Yeah, you got to think he hasn't liked how this game has been playing defensively or offensively so far. Not very much offense on the field.
Goggins kicks away, and the ball goes out of bounds, so it will be 1st and 10 at the 35 for the Wolverines. And with 11:06 to go in the second quarter, makes you wonder what the second half speeches are going to look like for both teams. Even though Collinwood is up, I know Coach Wheeler personally is going to have a problem with these penalties. Coach Wheeler's usually coached a very well-disciplined team, and penalties are not something he's a big fan of.
Yeah, penalties seem to be a problem in the first half at least. So I feel like he's definitely going to have a talk with them over halftime about limiting the penalties.
And to move the ball back, the ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Wolverines. And it looks like a referee is sending a player to the sideline for an equipment issue. It will be number 22, Jason Simon. And Goggins will come in for a spell as they get the equipment issue handled. It'll be 1st and 10. Jamonte Anderson under center. Well, at shotgun. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. He's under pressure. He's looking downfield. Breaks a tackle. He's still running. And he's down at the 40. Looks like the 47-yard line.
Brought down by number 5, DeMarcus Montgomery at the Lincoln West 41-yard line, gain of 6, second down 4.
second down and looks like 4. Second down and 3 actually. So Jamonte Anderson gained 7. So the second down and 3 for the Wolverines as Anderson got a 7-yard gain out of that. Drops back, takes a snap, hands off to number 2, Peter Leslie, but he is stopped.
Back down in the backfield by number 55, Deshaun Davis.
He's tackled by Deshaun Davis.
Collinwood's defensive line is doing a really good job at breaking through Lincoln West's offensive line. They did that on the previous play, but luckily their quarterback he was able to scramble out of that, but this time it didn't work when they went to the running play.
Looks like the running back and the running game for Lincoln West has had a lot of trouble, and we saw this the first week of our Game of the Week series as John Adams had trouble moving the ball against Lincoln West had trouble moving the ball against John Adams, and it looks like that has continued here. So the third down and 8. Jamonte Anderson takes the snap. He drops back to pass. And number 3, just right through the hands of number 3, Kelvin Gonzalez. So it'll be 4th down, and Lincoln West will be forced to punt again. And it looks like Lincoln West's troubles of moving the ball are continuing here against Collinwood, as we've seen. It was an interception that went back to the red zone for Collinwood as they caused a turnover. That would be their second turnover of the game. And they scored off of that. Touchdown pass from Coggins to Thomas Ware. The kick is off and it's short. It looked like it was blocked. And it rolls, and it's down on the Collinwood 49. So Collinwood will have great field position after the punt. It looks like that punt was tipped at the line. I couldn't tell, but
That's what it looked like to me as well, but it also looked like it went off his foot the wrong way.
yeah, that could have been something too. So as of now, we see Collinwood taking over at their own 49-yard line. And this is going to be something that we pay attention to as field position. As field position has been a great ally to the Railroaders.
Yeah, Collinwood has gotten great field position all game.
And it looks like it's going to continue here. So for first down for the Railroaders, ball on their own 49. And it looks like Collinwood will go back to the I formation. Looks like Lincoln West is going to blitz this play. And Coggins makes the snap. He fumbles the ball. He fumbles the snap as he made the adjustment. And it'll be a no gain. It'll be second down for Collinwood.
That's the third fumble of this game for Collinwood. You gotta wonder if coach is telling him, if coach is giving him ideas or tips on how to handle the ball better, or telling him he needs to handle the ball better, because it seems like he hasn't been able to.
I agree with that as well. That'll probably be something of a point of emphasis going into the halftime speech as well.
Absolutely. Maybe it's a snap, because it happens on the snap. It's not like he's fumbling it when he has the ball. He's fumbling off the snap, so maybe the snap is what's going on.
Could be a problem. I'm sure he'll get that together in the halftime as well. Coggins had shotgun, second down, blitz on, hands off to number 3, Chaz Johnson. Johnson looking for the edge. He gets it, breaks a tackle. He's down at the 40, at the 35, the 30, the 20. He's pushed out of bounds at what looks like he'll be spotted at the 30-yard line, or somewhere in there.
At the 20-yard line, against the 30-yard line.
He's spotted at the 20.
The run game has been working really well for Collinwood today. This game, they haven't been able to stop their run at all.
Yeah, Lincoln West has had trouble stopping the run, but that has not necessarily been a bad thing for Collinwood, as Collinwood prides itself traditionally on the run game. So 1st and 10 on the 20 of Lincoln West for the Railroaders, and they are looking to cash it in again. Coggins on shotgun. Coggins takes the snap. It's bobbled. He picks it up. He takes off. He's got a lane. Looks like he's going to go. And he scores 20 yards for the touchdown. Fumbled snap.
With 7:23 remaining in the second quarter. Collinwood 30, Lincoln West 0. That was a 21-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 8,
Collinwood is just having their way with Lincoln West right now, with Coggins getting a fumbled snap and turning it into a 21-yard touchdown. Coggins has played really well today.
Oh yeah, Coggins has had a great game, and they're taking advantage of Lincoln West not playing good run defense. They're taking real good advantage of that.
And Collinwood will be going for 2 now, as Coggins is in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off, and he walks in. He's got Deion Dozier takes off into the end zone, so it'll be. That's Jason Simon, number 22. And it looks like this is going to go the way of the blowout, as Collinwood now takes a 32-0 lead in the second quarter. And it's 7:23 left to go.
That's what it seems like so far. The Railroaders, they're 4-4 from the 2. They're 4-4 for the 2-point conversion tonight. You gotta wonder if they're good. Lincoln West has to see it coming now. The 2-point conversion, after the first one, I would have expected it. You got to wonder if they're going to make adjustments to stop the 2-point conversion, because they keep getting wide open lanes right into the end zone.
Yeah, you are correct on that. And I can't help but wonder if the fatigue is set in, as the Lincoln West offense is also the Lincoln West defense, and they have not left the field yet. So
that plays a big factor in it.
Number 7 and number 2 are back. So Adrian Morales and Peter Leslie are back to receive this Collinwood kickoff. And Goggins kicks it away. It's over the head of the returners, and it will go back into the end zone for a touchback.
It'll be Lincoln West ball, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. Coggins put his whole leg behind that one. And starts Lincoln West off with some bad field position, as they start on their side of the field for the first time in the second quarter, which is deep in their side of the field.
Timeout. Official timeout.
Yeah, it's an official's timeout, so we'll wait for the officials to get situated as they spot the ball and replace the ball.
Timeout.
And referees are getting everything situated. We're getting the tee off the field, and referees puts the ball back in play. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Lincoln West. Ball will be spotted on the 20-yard line. Jamonte Anderson in shotgun. And there's a jump. And looks like it'll probably be on Collinwood, as Collinwood has jumped off sides, and it will be an offsides call.
Offside penalty on Collinwood. We'll take the ball up to the 25.
Coach Wheeler won't show it openly, but these penalties have got to be driving him insane.
Oh yeah, Collinwood will definitely hear about it during halftime.
I'm with you on that one. I believe that's coming. So it'll be 1st and 5. Ball on the 25-yard line now. And Lincoln West in a shotgun set. Anderson takes a snap, hands off to Leslie. Leslie tries to break a tackle. He does break a tackle, and he gets out, but he is quickly swarmed and stopped by number 6, Thomas Ware. Thomas Ware having himself a quiet game today, but there is an injured railroader on the play. We will see what that's about. We will check on that, and we will come back after the injured player has been attended to. That's how you do that. Injuries, you cut them off. Or go to halftime score. And we are back. The injured player is off the field. He's looking a little better. Looks like he took a shot to the unmentionables. It happens to the best of us. It'll be 2nd and 5, or 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line for Lincoln West.
2nd down and 6 on the 24.
Lincoln West still trying to play hard. You got to respect them for that, as they normally don't give up during games. I've seen them play hard against John Adams. I heard they play hard against East Tech. So I don't expect them to give up and just roll over and die here.
Absolutely. Especially with how limited people they have, it's nice to see them not giving up and keep going.
Indeed. Anderson in the shotgun. 4 wide receiver set. Anderson takes the snap. He hands it off, looks for a lane, bumps into a railroader by accident, ends up going down. He runs into big number 71, Gavin Montgomery. I don't even think Montgomery saw him.
I don't think so either. That just happened.
There's also a penalty on the play. I think it's a legal motion on Lincoln West. And decline the penalty. The Railroaders will decline it. And it'll be 3rd down and 6.
3rd down, 6.
Lincoln West hoping for maybe some big plays before halftime. And 4:13 left. Anderson in the shotgun. He drops back to pass. He throws it to number 3. And he is tackled immediately. Calvin Gonzalez didn't even get a chance to set his feet to take off and run. And he's stopped by Thomas Ware. Thomas Ware, one of those corners you don't normally hear about in the Senate, but having himself a very, very, very big game today.
Oh yeah, he's had a great game today, and so is the rest of the Collinwood defense. They've been reading the plays really well, stopping them right on the dime as soon as they get the ball.
And it's 4th down now, so
Number 10, Yahir Delgado.
Yahir Delgado is back to drop back the punt.
Chaz
Chaz Johnson, and looks like Thomas Ware will be back to receive the punt. The punt's away.
And number 5, Demarcus Montgomery.
Number 6 takes it. He hits the sideline. Still running, still running. He's pushed out of bounds with the flag. Thomas Ware just had a great tackle. Now he's having a great punt return. Well, let's see what the flag is about. And it'll be a blindside block, which is now illegal against Collinwood. So it'll back Collinwood up. That'd be a 15-yard penalty, I believe.
Even with the flag, Thomas Ware, he's shown that he's very versatile on both sides. He's been doing good on offense and he's been doing good on defense today.
Yes, he has. So that is something that Collinwood will probably take advantage of later on in the game. Not that they have had problems with taking advantage of it now, but you got to know players like Thomas Ware are becoming very hard to come by in the Senate. So it'll be 1st and 10 Collinwood after the penalty. Ball spotted on the 30. Higgins hands off to number. Oh, he takes it. He's down. There's a flag on the play, but he breaks the tackle. But he fumbles the ball, and Lincoln West recovers. Lincoln West generates a turnover for the first time in the game. So catch a break there.
Penalties and fumbles, that's going to be a big thing talked about in halftime because that's all that's been happening on Collinwood's side when they're on offense. Is penalties and fumbles.
You're correct there, and I got a feeling that Coach Wheeler is not going to be happy about these fumbles, especially the one that's lost. Defense trots back on the field. And Collinwood looking to. Lincoln West will decline the penalty as we all expected. And they will take over first down inside the 10. Actually, the ball is on the 10. Anderson and the Wolverines are in what looks like a 4 wide receiver set. Anderson is under center. Anderson takes the snap, goes forward, gets a couple. Goes forward for a quarterback sneak of 2.
Number 55, John Davis.
Coach Bates wants the Wolverines to get out of their own shadow of their own goalposts, which I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him either.
Nobody wants to start on their own side of the field deep within the shadow of the goalpost. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 on the 13-yard line. Now let's see what Lincoln West does with this. Anderson under center again. And there's a flag. And it is offsides on Collinwood. So Collinwood yet again with another penalty.
Move the ball up to the 18-yard line, 2nd down 2.
So it'll be 2nd and 2 now on the 18-yard line. Collinwood giving Lincoln West free yards. It looks like Coach Bates will just take this one on into halftime as he's just been slowly milking the clock. Anderson takes the snap, heads up the middle, but it is congested.
Javante Anderson, the ball carrier.
And looks like Collinwood stripped Anderson. I can't tell in the scrum. Either they stripped him or they folded him up and made him look like a football. And the refs are discussing that. So yes, they did strip. They did strip and they caused a fumble, and Collinwood recovered. So it'll be first down Collinwood inside the Lincoln West 20.
Covered by number 52, Andre Diggs.
Andre Diggs on the recovery, and with 17 seconds left, the Collinwood offense steps back on the field, and I'm going to assume they're going to shoot for some points before halftime.
I don't blame them at all either. That's what I would do, and I feel like they're going to do that. There's no reason they shouldn't do it.
And now, will Lincoln West be up to stopping them is the question right before halftime to get some momentum, as Collinwood does get the ball back as they won the toss and deferred to the second half.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
It'll be first and goal at the 10 with 17 seconds left, which is more than enough time for Collinwood to score some points.
And that will be the end of the first half.
And actually, Coach Wheeler will just take it into the halftime. So at halftime, it'll be Collinwood 32, Lincoln West 0. We will be back with the second half after this. All right, and we are back with the second half, as it is the third quarter of Collinwood Lincoln West game, with Collinwood leading 32-0. I am under the assumption, I have not heard words from any referees, but I am under the assumption that there will be a running clock this second half, which is standard after a team is up by 30 points. So we will see Lincoln West kicking off, and Collinwood will be receiving.
Start the second half. It'll be Lincoln West kicking off. Kicking off for Lincoln West, number 10, Yahir Delgado.
The ball will be placed on the 40 after Lincoln West trying to get an advantage. Kicking off for Lincoln West will be number 10, Yahir Delgado. And receiving for Collinwood will be number 6, Thomas Ware. So once the referees were set, we will get this second half underway.
We have a couple scores. It was Rose leading Lutheran 26-16, and the John Adams Tech game was canceled so far, and we're trying to get a few more scores.
A couple score updates for you guys. It's been brought to my attention that Rhodes has defeated Lincoln West 26-16, and we are currently trying to work on a score for the Glenville JFK game. Apparently there's a conference between the referees, so we will wait to see what that is about and get back to you.
Number 6, Thomas Ware.
And we are back after the referee conference. I guess they were figuring out which side they were going to defend and receive.
We got
And it looks like the referee has decided to put 10 minutes on the clock, so he's shortening the game by 2 minutes for the mercy clock, as the mercy clock has been instituted. And for those watching who don't know, the mercy clock is a rule which, if a team is up by 30 points, the clock continuously runs to prevent injuries and further embarrassment of the team losing by 30 points. In so many words. Again, kicking off for Lincoln West is Yahir Delgado. Receiving for Collinwood is Thomas Ware. Kick is away. It's high, but it's short. And it's taken at number 5, and he gets the edge. And he breaks the tackle, but he's put down at the Lincoln West 30, 36 or 37.
Tackled by number 25, Shondale Mack.
So DeMarcus Montgomery with a great return gives Collinwood great field position.
Collinwood's been getting good field position on every return that they've gotten so far, it looks like.
That is true. That is true to our statistical analysis.
At the 37
Punt return and a great kickoff return were the only 2 real returns that Collinwood has had. But despite that, Jalen, you are correct in the fact that Collinwood has basically had a great return game, only touching the ball on returns twice. So that shows Collinwood has gotten better through the weeks. So it'll be 1st and 10 Collinwood at the 37-yard line. And then there is the running clock. So with 8:50 to go, the clock is running. And Goggins is under center or in the shotgun. 4 wide receiver set. Goggins takes the snap, drops back, looks to pass. He passes it. And it is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 3, Chaz Johnson. And Johnson might have slipped on that play.
3, Chaz Johnson, 2nd and 10.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Collinwood hasn't really stalled out on a lot of drives this week for this game, but they did leave a couple points on the board in the first quarter, even though they scored on a pass from Goggins to, I believe that was Johnson. I have to go back and look at that, but it'll be 2nd and 10. Goggins is under shotgun. Goggins takes the snap, drops back to pass. He looks, he takes off running. He throws it to nobody. There was not a receiver. There was not a receiver in sight. It'll be 3rd down. I think Goggins was looking for a receiver, and there was probably some miscommunication there. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 for Collinwood. Tried to get a comment from both coaches, and both coaches decided not to comment on second half adjustments. Not uncommon, sometimes coaches are in the game, in the heat of the moment, just want to get out and talk to the team. So
Which is very understandable.
3rd down. And 4 wide receivers set. Goggins in the shotgun. Goggins takes the snap. He fumbles it. Hits the edge. Breaks a tackle, and he's still going. He gets another broken tackle, and he's pushed out of bounds at the, looks like the 9. The referee spot him at the 12. So it'll be 1st and goal, Collinwood. It'll be 1st and 12, 1st and 10, Collinwood at the 12. And Collinwood can get a 1st down at the 2, should they choose to shoot for a 1st down. But inside the red zone, they've been pretty good looking for touchdowns.
Goggins did a real good job at recovering that ball, and then he's done it a couple plays before too, where the snap has been kind of messed up, and he just takes the ball and he just runs it. It works. It seems to keep working for them. He did a good job that time as well.
Yeah, as much as this happened today, I'm starting to think that was a design play.
That's what it's starting to look like.
I think Coach Wheeler has that in his playbook somewhere deep in the back, under the section major look. Goggins snaps the ball, Throws it to the running back. Thomas Ware gets in. He scores, runs through, and gets a touchdown. But there are several flags on the play. So I'm wondering how many penalties are going to be against Collinwood and what's going to be maybe called against Lincoln West. It'll be a block in the back against Collinwood. We'll back them up 15. Unfortunately, a great play by Thomas Ware gets called back again as Thomas Ware took a punt return back earlier in the game, and that was called back on an illegal blindside block. You gotta wonder where they came up with these rules. As when I was playing, and as a student of Collinwood, these blocks and some of these blocks were legal as blindside blocks. As long as they were close to the front of you, they were pretty much called cleanly.
Yeah, it's weird to see how the rules have changed over the years.
Yeah, I blame Roger Goodell for that one. Goggins in the shotgun. They switch running backs. 4 wide receiver set. Goggins takes the snap, drops back to pass. He looks, he throws. It is incomplete. Trying to hit Thomas Ware on a swing pass, and it's just overshoots him just a tad.
2nd and 21 from the 23-yard line.
He had Chaz Johnson wide open, like right near the end zone. If he was, I don't think he was looking that way. I think he was just looking for Thomas Ware. But if he would have looked up, he would have saw Chaz Johnson.
Indeed. So, 2nd down and 21. Goggins under center. Well, not under center, in the shotgun, rather. Takes the snap. It's a low snap. It's fumbled again, and he fumbles, and he falls on it. So it'll be 3rd down now. I'm going to imagine in practice, Coach Wheeler is going to be screaming his head off about the center quarterback exchanges and the snaps.
Oh yeah, snaps are definitely going to be a big thing in practice, I feel like. Because it's been a problem the whole game. I thought they would have fixed it at halftime, or it doesn't seem like it so far.
Well, that would be something I'm pretty sure Coach Wheeler is going to be screaming about at practice. After the huddle breaks, it'll be 3rd down and 26 after a loss of 5 on the fumble. And another 4 wide receiver set trips to the Collinwood side of the field. Goggins at shotgun. Goggins takes the snap. He fumbles it again. Flushed out of the pocket, looks down, and it's incomplete again as he is shooting for Thomas Ware again. Been trying to hit Thomas Ware a lot this game. It looks like him and Thomas Ware have a lot of good chemistry. They're just unable to connect with him on several passes.
Seems like that as well. Looks like it's a little bit of bad communication between the snapper and the quarterback. And plus giving him, after he fumbles the ball, there's no time for him to throw the ball. So that's why he hasn't been able to connect with Thomas Ware.
And Goggins hasn't been a bad quarterback as he has thrown a touchdown pass today.
And despite all the fumbles, he's still been a good quarterback today.
So it's 4th down and 26. Collinwood. Looks like they're going to go for it. Goggins takes the snap. It's another high snap, and he falls on it. Down. And it'll be turnover on downs for Lincoln West as they have caused their defense is held up and gotten another sign of life as they've forced Collinwood to turn over on downs for the second time today. Lincoln West catches a bit of a break. And at this point, they're probably going to be playing for some pride, so they're going to look to move the ball. If not, score some points. And with a minute left in the third, Lincoln West calls a timeout. Probably save some time on the clock as there is a running clock. So we will be back after the timeout.
Lincoln West will host the John F. Kennedy Fighting Eagles next Friday.
And we are back after the timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lincoln West. Ball will be spotted on the Lincoln West 44-yard line. And Lincoln West got a new quarterback in the shotgun. Can't get the number just yet. It'll be number 6.
Peter Leslie.
Actually, I take that back. It'll be number 2, Peter Leslie at quarterback. Peter gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage looking for a lane to run behind, and unfortunately he is stopped. That will be it for the third quarter, as it's still Collinwood 32, Lincoln West 0. And we will be back with the 4th and final quarter of this game
Message from the Cleveland
in a
Metropolitan
little
School
bit.
District. Worried about a friend? If you know someone who is struggling with mental health or addiction.
All right, we are back with the 4th and final quarter, and Lincoln West has the ball at their 40-yard line after a loss of 5. So it'll be 2nd and 15. The ball will be spotted. Ball will be spotted on the 40-yard line. Peter Leslie will be in the shotgun. Well, actually, he'll be under center. Leslie takes the snap, goes under the middle as a quarterback sneak, and he gains about 3 on the play.
Number 57, Davion Taylor.
He's tackled by number 57, Davion Taylor.
At the 43-yard line, it gains 3.
So third down and 14. And Collinwood's defense looking better today. They had some problems against Glenville, but then again, in the Senate League, not a lot of teams have had much luck against Glenville. But Collinwood's defense has generated an interception. They've got a fumble recovery. So 2 turnovers for today so far. And Collinwood has kept in line with the mission of having a good season. So 3rd down and 14. Leslie under center. Takes the snap. Runs outside. Gets a lane. He's down the sideline. And he's run out of bounds. And he'll be spotted at the Collinwood 34-yard line.
Number 12, Robert Williams. It'll be good enough for
Pushed out by number 12, Robert Williams. And Lincoln West showing some life. First down of the game for Lincoln West. And looks like the new quarterback exchange has paid off a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Wonder if they made the change earlier, would it have been, would the score be a little different right now?
You know, only one can wonder. But at this point, maybe a little too little, too late. But this could be something to pay attention to going into the rest of the season, as Peter Leslie also played running back earlier in the game, but now he's shifted to quarterback and he's made a good change.
Seems to be doing really well playing the quarterback spot.
Leslie under center. Leslie takes the snap and blitz, and he is met beyond the line of scrimmage. Davion Taylor again on the tackle.
6-yard line.
I think Davion Taylor took that first down and Lincoln West got personal. Decided he was going to take it out on Leslie.
Make it 2nd and 12.
Oh yeah, that's what it seems like. He got right through that line and got right to Leslie.
It'll be 2nd and 12. Ball on the Collinwood 37-yard line. 36-yard line. And it's still a mercy clock, so it's 6:02 to go. Leslie in the shotgun. Leslie takes a snap, drops back, he looks, takes off running. He looks for the edge, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, hits the sideline, but he's pushed out. Maybe another Lincoln West first down.
He is run out of bounds.
I like the way Leslie's playing. He's doing really good under pressure. He's getting out of that pocket and being able to break away from the defensive line. He's doing a really good job at that.
And it is a Lincoln West first down as the referee has finally signaled for the change to move. So Lincoln West showing some big life and getting 2 first downs on the same drive. And now, actually, Jalen, I'm with you on that. What would have happened if this quarterback change would have came earlier in the game?
Yeah, I feel like the score would be a little different right now if the quarterback changes a little earlier.
Yeah, I actually think Lincoln West might have scored earlier in the game instead of around garbage time where you're putting the subs in.
Absolutely.
And Lincoln West lining up. Leslie is still in the shotgun, so it's 1st and 10, Lincoln West. Leslie takes the snap, looks for a way out, and he does it. He gets body slammed. Sacked. Very rude welcoming to quarterback position by number 73.
30-yard line, a loss of 8. 2nd down, 18.
Looks like number 33, Jermaine Kidd, and Davion Taylor on that one. So Davion making it a personal vendetta about getting first downs on his defense. Thank you. second down and 20. Second down and 18 rather. On the Collinwood 30. As Leslie takes the snap again, he drops back to pass. He looks, he throws, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 3, Calvin Gonzalez.
It'll be 3rd and 18 from the 30-yard
So
line.
it'll be third down on the 30-yard line. And Leslie showing some signs of life for this Lincoln West offense. I think Coach Bates might have found a replacement, as Jermonte Anderson has not been back in the game. So going into the rest of the season, I think Lincoln West might have found a capable backup to Jermonte Anderson.
Absolutely, Peter Leslie. He's showing good signs. He can be the starting. He could play backup, but I feel like he could definitely be a starting. He could definitely be a starter. More practice.
Well, that's up to Coach Bates, but as of right now, Peter Leslie has been the one giving the offensive signs of life as he takes off around the sideline, but he's forced out of bounds. And it'll be fourth down. It'll be fourth down. He's pushed out by number 16, Nail Dukes. So it'll be fourth down for Lincoln West, and it'll probably be their final possession of the game. And you got to take your hats off to them. They did move the ball a couple times to get first downs.
Absolutely, they didn't give up at all. With the score being what it is and how little players they have, they haven't stopped fighting.
And can't do anything but respect that. So I tip my hat off to Leslie and the rest of the Lincoln West offense/defense, as this will probably be their final possession of the game, and see what they do with it. So fourth down. Leslie takes it, hits the outside edge. He's still running, gets to the 30, but he's stopped at the Collinwood 20.
Montgomery short of the first down, and Conley will take over on down.
Yeah, he stopped at the Collinwood 23 or 24, and Collinwood will take over on downs, and that'll probably close out the game. Coach Wheeler will probably make one play or probably tell them to go straight into victory formation. 1:14 to go. I think he'll take one play, try to get some type of yards, and then probably tell everyone to go into victory formation. Again, as we said earlier in our first part of the broadcast, Coach Bates was a coach over here at Collinwood for a few years before taking the job over at Lincoln West. I'm sure this is not how he wanted his season to go, but I'm pretty sure, knowing Coach Bates the way that I do, he will build a team that will be respectable and competitive in the Senate. It's just going to take a little time.
That's something to look forward to.
And we'd like to give a shout out to Coach Bates and Coach Wheeler, as they are both Collinwood alumni, as am I. So go Railroaders. And backup quarterback for Collinwood is now in. As Collinwood gets a delay of game penalty.
We'll take the ball back to the 20-yard line.
Backup quarterback and the backup quarterback is Devin Husey, who's probably going to be in victory formation. And he takes the snap, he hands off, and it's a run play. And I can't see the number, but he takes off and he is down in the middle of his field. And he takes it and he scores. He's at the 10 touchdown, Collinwood, as Jermaine Kidd took off through the middle of the field for a touchdown. I did not see that coming. I thought they were going to take a knee, but apparently Devin Kidd had plans of his own, as he takes it for 70. Actually, he takes it for like 60, what was it, 80? I couldn't tell where the ball was spotted.
I think it was around 80 yards.
Yeah, he took it 20. Took about 79, 80 yards for a touchdown. With the sun glaring on us in the press box, it was kind of hard to see, but apparently Jermaine Kidd had other plans. Instead of taking a knee and getting a few yards and going down, he goes for a touchdown to end the game with 5 seconds left. I don't think it's really going to matter if they go for an extra point or not, but Jermaine Kidd showed he had some grit. He took off in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I did not expect that at all. I thought they were going to go into victory formation. They fooled me.
They fooled everybody at the stadium.
Pretty sure Lincoln West defense thought it was going to be victory formation as well.
And that's something I'm pretty sure Coach Bates is going to talk about to his team after the game. Expect the unexpected, because nobody saw that coming, not even up here. So with that being said, it is going to be a 2-point try as rules of game, but still with 5 seconds left. So they have to go for a 2-point conversion or a point after. And literally nobody saw that coming. And Goggins tries to hit the outside edge, and he does, and he gets the 2-point conversion.
Goggins goes in for the 2-point conversion, and he scores 5 seconds remaining in the game. Collinwood 40, Lincoln West 0.
So with 5 seconds left, it'll be Collinwood 40, Lincoln West 0. And it was over with before with the 32-0 at the beginning of the second half. Collinwood ended up scoring another touchdown. Now it's just completely on ice, as the score is now 40-0, and I don't think Lincoln West has a trick play or a special play for a 5-second time frame.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can really do here. Just run out the clock. That's about it.
I'm pretty sure Coach Bates has everybody lined up, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna end the game here, even though it is a running clock. So with that, as long as the coaches and the referees are in unison and all on the same page, that is the end of the ball game. And that is the end of the ball game, as Collinwood takes the win, or the referees making them kick it off. I don't know what's going on down here.
I don't either. One of the referees telling them to get ready to kick off.
This is the end of the ball game.
So it is officially the end of the ball game, as security has stepped on the field, and both teams are lined up at the 50. So with that, it will be Collinwood 40, Lincoln West 0. We'd like to thank the Cleveland Metropolitan School District for having us again. I'd like to thank players and coaches at Collinwood and Lincoln West. Jalen, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
And we will see you guys next week at the cemetery as Rhodes hosts rival John Marshall. And we will be there to cover that action and have it there for you as soon as Friday rolls right back around. So with that, this is Romel and Jalen from the 216 Sports Network saying see you next week.